Today we have this guitar that was gifted to me by my sister's boyfriend's brother, and it came to me a little dirty, and the strings were wound incorrectly, and it's got a couple of issues, such as a loose strap button. The action is extremely high, the bridge is floating when it shouldn't be, as well as I'm not a big fan of stickers, so we're going to be removing those, and I think I might leave one, because it's on the back, you know, no one's going to see it. I want to make this one look a little bit prettier, so I might leave the one on the back. We shall see. I don't know yet. Today we're going to be making this Amazon guitar. By the way, that's what this is. I found the listing on Amazon. It is not the most expensive guitar, but so far I've plugged it in, I've seen how it sounds. It sounds pretty alright, but it definitely needs some setup because the action is awful. And the pickups are extremely low for what I would normally like. But we're going to start by taking our trim bar out of the way. We're going to start by cleaning it, really. Which these strings are old. Ancient, really. Okay, they've probably only been on there for a year, but I read somewhere online you're supposed to replace the strings every month, something like that. Every couple weeks, which is a little more than I'll ever replace them. But these ones they're no longer silver, they're a little black. This video is going to be more of a how I make my guitars play good, not so much the correct way to make a guitar play good, but if I get a guitar, this is where I start. This is what I do to make it play good, in my opinion. There's going to be a million people arguing in the comments about, oh, this setup's wrong, if you're going to intonate this, blah, blah, blah. But all I can say is the things that I do to these guitars that I play, make them play good for me. And I'm going to just keep doing what I do. Make it a little easier on myself. I'm going to go ahead and just remove this plate first. You know, for an Amazon guitar, this thing is gorgeous. And that screw is stripped somehow already. I don't know that anyone's ever been into this guitar. I'm going to go down a lot farther than I would ever suggest anyone to do, but I'm just curious about the quality of this guitar, and I would like to know. I just want to know what's going on inside of it, how good the finish is, where they finished, how they finished, what electronics are in it even. I don't know that I'll be removing the neck, but I'm going to be removing a lot of the mechanicals here. Make room, get it clean. I actually have another guitar that is the same color scheme, the blue with the cream band. What is it called? Cream edging? I don't know. There's a word for it. You'll just have to tell me in the comments. I can't remember, but it's the blue with the cream, and it's an Oscar Schmidt guitar. Gorgeous guitar, by the way. I call it Barbara Ann. All of my guitars have specific names. This one hasn't gotten one yet, actually. I don't know that I have a name for this guitar yet, but maybe we'll figure one out. Also, the output jack is terribly loose. All right, so slight pivot in the video. It is 7 hours before this video needs to be done and uploaded. 7 hours? Hold on, let me check the clock. 7 hours and 20 minutes before the video needs to be edited and uploaded to YouTube. In that case, I am going to try and as quickly as possible clean and set up this guitar, go edit the video and upload it, and I'm hoping it'll turn into something entertaining and or maybe, I don't know, something. It'll turn into something at least, because I would like to upload a video today. I haven't done anything all week. I should have done something all week. And also, if you see my Pillsbury Doughboy pants, ignore that. I don't feel like putting on real pants for this video. But we're going to get straight into it. Woo! Trying to move as quickly and efficiently as possible. I want to take the pick guard off just because then I can see what's underneath it, see if there's any bad wiring that's in it. If it gets incoherent, I apologize seriously, because I'm in kind of a hurry to record this one, I'll say. I guess I'll just talk, see if there's anything that comes up. Something I do want to mention, 100%, is the YouTube algorithm kind of sucks. It's the only reason I really haven't done anything this week is because the last video I uploaded only has 140 views on it, 140 something views on it at this point. So that kind of sucks. And I was feeling very discouraged, but last minute before my upload, I was like, you know, I should probably at least try and make a video, you know, some kind of video. The only thing I had was this guitar, which I had already started filming yesterday and got unmotivated. I'm here now and trying to get it done. And I'm hoping it comes out good. If not, it'll be a little bit of a late upload. So if you're seeing it after 8, when I normally upload, my apologies. It's also not my normal, I'll explain how I'm doing this type of video. This is a nice sticker. It's coming off quite nicely. Save some of our scratches. Oh no. Lots of sticky residue we're gonna have to get off of this. It looks, you can see it right here. It's sticky. Anyways, the algorithm has not been kind to my videos. At least ones that aren't about guitars. And this one will be about a guitar, and I'm hoping the algorithm is a little kinder. I'm also hoping that this video is entertaining enough that, you know, maybe you'll come back and watch me again if you're seeing this. If this is your first video of mine, if this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, one, I'm sorry, because I'm off the rails chaotic right now. I hope that this does not put you off, because there are better things to come soon. I've been trying to recalibrate and rethink my style of content and how I could make it, in theory, better. I say in theory, in practice it'll be better, I hope. And a lot of it comes down to I need to spend a little bit more time on my videos, which is ironic because this video is about to be... I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm going to spend a very short amount of time on it. Okay, I think I'm going to try and use some glass cleaner on this. Just to get a... Turn that off, I don't need that right now. Use a little glass cleaner, some paper towels, just to see if I can get maybe some of this residue off. Oh no, it's not coming off. Okay, thumbnail it is. I'm wondering if I can set some kind of record for fastest guitar setup. Probably not. Fastest guitar restoration? No, probably not that either. This has got some really pretty wood on it. I can't even deny that. This, being an Amazon guitar, you wouldn't expect it to be as pretty as it is, but this thing is drop dead gorgeous. I think at some point I was saying that I do have a guitar very similar to this in color. I'll probably throw a picture in here of it. I need something a little bit more aggressive for the sticker residue. Throw a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on there. Use my thumb. Oh yeah, that's coming right off. Like a charm. This shouldn't hurt the finish, and if it does, then it was a terrible finished guitar in the first place. And it always should have been better. Let me use some of this isopropyl. Try and get... This had a rust spot on it for some reason, which is really weird. This guitar has been, as far as I know, stored inside its whole life. And then even before it came to me, it was stored inside. But somehow it found itself being rusty. Do I have a non-disgusting toothbrush? Hold on. Because this one is awfully rusty. I think this is one I used on that 50s guitar that I restored. Ooh. That'll have to do. Alright. And the reason I'm using a glass cleaner is because it dries quickly and doesn't leave any marks of any kind, or shouldn't leave any marks of any kind. But it should leave a nice finish and should leave it looking less dusty. Is that going to come out? Oh, yeah. It's the inside of the guitar, it doesn't matter, but a little interior clean never hurt nobody, right? Ooh. Like I said, this thing is gorgeous. This is a I love this blue, and the wood is just immaculate underneath the clear finish it's got. I wish I had some polish of some kind to use on this, but I don't believe I do. Any leftover that's in there should dry on its own. We'll do a little alcohol rinse. Bunk. Rinse that all out. Just a little something like that. Ooh. I might have just got drunk off of that. Golly. That's some strong stuff. It's almost like it's 91% alcohol or something. We've got the front clean, which I should have done the back beforehand. Either way, moving on to the back. You may ask, oh, why are you going that much into detail? This is an Amazon guitar. Well, Amazon guitars can be a lot nicer than you think, or cheap guitars can always be nicer than you think. I'm an advocate for give it the best chance it can, because you never know what kind of gold could be hidden within a cheap and crappy guitar. Most of my guitars were under $100, unless I built it from parts. There's only one of my guitars is worth more than, I don't know, let's say $300. And I built it myself out of parts of other guitars, which cost me $100 a piece. And the only reason it's worth that is because the parts I put in it came from $100 guitars. And you'll see that soon on the channel. I want to make a more in-depth video about it. I have a lot of old footage that never got to see the day of light. The light of day. The day of light, yeah. Right now I'm just dusting this one off. But on that other guitar, we will see the video that comes out on it. I don't know yet. In the name of trying to rework my channel a little bit and put a little bit more value into my production, my videos will either slow down in coming out. They won't be every Monday, they'll be every other Monday or something along those lines, because the amount of work that I want to actually put into my videos now is going to be a lot more than a week. Not to say I haven't been putting out good videos within the week, because some of my videos only took me 2 days to make. But I think that might be the issue, is that I'm rushing too much to try and get the final product out and not putting enough effort and time into actually making a good video. Something that'll last longer on the platform or anything like that, or something that'll get more attention. I'm also going to use this on the neck, so I'm going to get skewered in the comments about, hey, don't do that to that neck. Well, it's an Amazon guitar. I mean, are you going to really argue with me over a guitar that was cheap, when I've done this to a few and never had any problems? I'm hoping this neck is in good enough condition that I don't have to worry about too much adjustment. I know I'm going to have to do a truss rod adjustment, because I could see it at the beginning. The neck is kind of a little flared, a little bowed in the wrong direction. I say wrong direction. It's just bowed. All right, it needs to be fixed, and I'm going to fix it. I need to get some lemon oil to put back in these necks when I do clean them like that, because that stuff kind of dries them out. I've got some of this stuff that I got in a guitar kit when I started playing years ago. I'll probably put on the neck. Next up is the headstock. Use our toothbrush here. Ooh, those are all loose. Look, more things to fix. And some more adhesive from a sticker I removed. You know how flammable my desk would be? Or is? Not would be, is. This thing is probably soaked with alcohol and other kind of chemicals. Cleaners, of course, not anything awful. I don't know that there's carb clean in here yet, but there is definitely isopropyl alcohol. Woo! Thank you. Anyone that said bless you. I think the backs are okay. I don't think there's much dirt to be had there. But those are all... I'm going to line those up and then probably hit the screws with a little bit of tightening. Make sure our gaps look good. I just like to line them all up like this and then check the spacing between these so then I know that they're as straight as they need to be. Visually, sometimes matters more than measuring, so I will not be measuring. But those are all tight now. I can flip it over and do the same for the front. Don't go overboard, you might crack your finish, but enough that it won't come loose again. I guess I'll check the trees too. We don't want them. Trees don't really matter as long as they're actually holding it down and not gonna come out. And from what I saw, the nut was pretty good. Strangely enough, this Amazon guitar has a pretty decent setup on it. Okay, I'll say that. I'll say setup. I mean, it has a pretty decent neck on it, all things considered. When you run your finger up and down the fretboard, there's no fret ends sticking out. I don't see any frets like raising up and coming out of the fretboard. All in all, not bad. I'm going to soak this down in this cleaner here with a fresh paper towel because it's getting a little chalky. Looks to be getting a little chalky, and this should revitalize it just a little bit. Oh, that's too much. Perfect. Soak the towel and go in. And I hope this is a little better for it. What was I saying last about the videos? Oh, yes. I want to slow my video production down quite a bit. I want to start spending more time on one video rather than trying to rush through every week and just make a video to make a video, you know. I want to make videos because they're good, you know. Videos because they're good. Videos because I enjoy them, one. I do enjoy making videos quite a lot. But I want to spend more time with a video. It's kind of something that I developed with... I used to make a lot of music. And something that always bothered me was that I would rush too fast and try and get the music done, and then months later I would listen back to the song and I'm like, wow, there's something I could have changed there. It's something I realized it's not as good as it could be. I could have spent a little bit more time and made it better. But alas, those chances are gone. And the best I can do now is going forward, trying not to fall into the same pattern of rushing, which is kind of what I found myself doing. It's what I'm doing right now, in fact, actually. Trying to get a video out within the 7 hours, but this is both a video of can I make this guitar work good, and kind of an explanation for anyone who is watching my content regularly. The one commenter, I have not memorized your name, and I apologize for that. You have a Roblox icon. I know that much, unless I didn't look close enough and I'm crazy. To anyone else who may be watching, this is going forward will not be my normal style of content where I'm rushing and trying to make something work. I think I want to go more into the storytelling aspects of video making. I don't want to just put junk out because, oh, I'm trying to beat the algorithm kind of thing, you know? I just want to put something out so then the algorithm will like me. Just not happy with myself and the content I've been making. Now, some of my videos I'm very proud of. I did spend quite a long time on some of those videos, and the editing I worked really hard on, like the Del Sol video, the one where I was doing my mom's car. It's my last video before this one. There was a lot of running around out in the street, safely of course, trying to get shots of me driving the car around. That last little driving scene in that video took a lot of work to get done. And I enjoyed that one. It's the one that's only got 146 views on it. It kind of stung seeing that it's not doing as good as I want it to. And I'm hoping this one does a little bit better. Also, scissors are a very good tool for getting these off, as long as you're gentle. The only reason I'm taking them off is because there's still plastic underneath. Surprisingly, and I would like to get that plastic out of there. But that is to say, if I don't upload next Monday, don't assume that I've died. Just know that I'm working a little bit harder on a video. There's actually a video I'm thinking about working on where I have to go to a location because I got something that was made very nearby to where I live. As in, like, in the 70s and 80s, it was made. And, you know, it was manufactured here. And I think I might be able to get to the factory. I don't know. I haven't looked at the Google images yet of where it's at. But I might be able to get to it and film something in front of it. Maybe even write a script. Who knows? All of my videos up to this point have been unscripted, as you can tell. But I think I'm going to be experimenting with writing a script for a video. And we're going to see how it goes. Oh, there's still a sticker on there. Look at that. Shmoo. There's shmoo still on it. Something I also might make a video on this guitar, which would be later, is single coil pickups make a lot of noise. Anyone who plays one knows what I'm talking about. They attract a lot of noise because they aren't humbucking like humbuckers. It's hard to explain when I don't have a script or anything like that, when I'm just going off the dome piece, but the best explanation I have is basically your guitar turns into a large antenna for any kind of frequency that is going on in your house. Like my air conditioner is producing a frequency that this thing would pick up. My computer is producing frequencies that this thing could pick up that you can't hear by ear. My lights all produce frequencies that the guitar can hear. What you want to do is try and shield all of the electronics from that. And the best way to do that I've found is a nice cheap way to do that is you use some spray adhesive, which I have some from the last time I did one. I don't know if I have pictures of the guitar. I've done it before in a guitar where I used tin foil and spray adhesive and just coated the inside of the guitar and the back of the plate. You can see a little bit here, but this isn't enough when working on like Strat style guitars or anything with single coils. And I'm telling you, that guitar is quiet. It's not like perfectly quiet, but still insanely quiet comparatively speaking. We'll put that there just because I want to. In that position, all of them need to read here. Because why not? If anyone tells you your knob placement matters, they're wrong. Other than the labels, you don't need to worry about your knob placement. If anyone bothers you about your knob, or knobs, you tell them that Bread over at Today I Fix says it don't matter, because it don't. Alright, all clean. Only one more sticker to remove. Shove that wire down there. Shove these wires through here. Come on, why are you being such a pain in the butt? Oh, we got one. We got two. There you are. Make sure our wire came out of the back. Now I already have played this guitar a little bit. The action being as high as it was just wasn't very conducive to being played good. Outside of that, the pickups are too low. Aside from all of the problems that it had, it actually sounds really good for a guitar that you wouldn't expect to sound that good. Also, I did say I might leave the sticker on the back. I've changed my mind to not going to keep the sticker on the back. Something else I've kind of been thinking about with my style of content and the things that I work on. If I ever work on something with a piece of musical equipment, I'd like to make music with it, you know? Like, actually make a song and all of that kind of stuff. Because a lot of it can be used for it. And there's no point in not. It's just that takes a little bit longer. Something else I was thinking about with the whole, maybe my videos will be bi-weekly instead of weekly. Or whenever I finish a good video that I'm actually proud of, then I put it out kind of thing, rather than rushing to get a video done every week. Put something out that I actually enjoy and am proud of, am proud to say is mine. Get all of our screws put back in. I think I'm gonna bring you in a little closer here. We'll see. I'm experimenting with our shots here. Experimenting on the video that has to go up in, what is it, 6 hours now? Woof. 5 hours, 5.5, something like that. Because that's a smart thing to do. So anyone that watches this video right when it goes up, if you do manage to find it right when it goes up, be thankful that you didn't have to do what I'm doing, which is rush, put a guitar together, and then rush edit it. Which I want everyone to know, I probably won't be the proudest of this video, but it needs to be out. There needs to be some kind of information being given to those who do watch my stuff regularly, out of a, rather than just dropping off the face of the earth for a little while. And I figure this would be a good way to do it. Positive is this one that goes to this pin. You know, I can still do some kind of explanations on the fly. It's what I've been doing this whole time. But positive goes to the far pin, to this one that goes to the end of the cable. Negative goes to the one that goes to the one, and negative goes to the pin. You know what? I'm gonna give up. No more explanations for you, because my brain stopped working. That's the other thing, with the explanation style content, it's always better with a script. It doesn't get as chaotic as I do in mine, or it shouldn't be as chaotic as I do get in mine. It's funny, in my video that has the most views, I ignorantly never explain what the cable going through the back was. And I will explain that now. The cable going through the back is actually the ground for the strings. The strings ground through all of this to go to the electronics. And what I was saying earlier about the 60 cycle hum that comes through these, like all of the stuff in my house that makes, all the stuff in everyone's houses that makes that kind of noise, that helps prevent it, because strings, like any guitar could have that problem, because the strings are giant antennas for that noise. So you need to have a way for all of that noise to go to ground. And that is what a string ground is. But essentially what you're doing with protecting the inside of the guitar is just making a giant antenna to grab all of those signals and send them straight to ground. Another thing, I use a lot of good kid music in my videos, and granted, they're great. I feel bad for not, because I have the ability to make my own music. You know, something that isn't going to get copyright striked or anything like that. And I'm extremely thankful that Good Kid does make their music, you know, usable by creators such as myself. It just doesn't feel right anymore. And I'd like to start making my own music for my videos. So I'm going to be attempting to do that. But again, within a week, I don't know that I can make a song, at least not yet. And of course, I don't need to justify all of this to everyone in the world. I feel I should explain a little bit. I want to start taking my content a little more serious. What size do you think it is? 12? Yeah, I think you guessed right. Because 12 is in fact the correct size. You can't get a wrench down in there, so a socket was the best tool for the Strat style. Now just kind of, I'm actually going to relieve that ever so slightly. That is very down, and it does not need to be that. Oh! Well, it's a good thing it's a good thing I'm already in here. Let me take that back off. You know what? I'm going to take it as a sign. I should have replaced that anyways. And look at that. Brand spanking new guitar jack. The other thing, more stuff about the algorithm I can say. The algorithm kind of sucks right now. It's kind of awful. It's only showing people who already have lots of views, and or not showing people who do subscribe to me my content. It's not showing, you know, it's not showing the same people my content, because 99% of my views come from people who haven't seen my stuff yet. There's not a lot of returning viewers, which is, an attempt I made was I wanted to see, I made a 2-part video, and I was hoping to see a lot of returning viewers from that, and for some reason it didn't do well. Part 1 did fine. It did 1,600 views or something like that, but part 2 just lagged behind for some reason. So I'm hoping the title, I don't know, probably Amazon guitar, can I fix a cheap Amazon guitar plus Yap Sesh? We'll see how that title does. Another thing I want to work on is not having so much dead space that I have to cut out, because there is a lot that you guys don't see that I get to sit and stare at myself while I think sometimes. Think about what I want to say next and all that. Like just there, before I started talking about it this time, there was an absolutely giant moment where I had to think. Even in the middle of this, I still don't know what I'm going to say. And I don't like that. Which, of course, that comes with time and practice, and knowing what you want to say comes more natural after you've done it for so long. And I want to get better, but I also want my content to be better while doing it. I keep saying that. Content, 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 content. I'm producing stories now. Trying to. That people will watch and enjoy. I'm going to tighten this up now. And same as always, my hybrid slinkies, which I love dearly. All right. They tried to go everywhere. I will save you the agony of watching me string the guitar, or at least trying to talk while I string the guitar. I don't feel like it needs to be said, but if you've never restrung a guitar, when you're winding strings, you always wind them to the left. This guitar in particular had it wound left, right, right, left, right, left. Left. No. I don't know the order that they were in, but you had to wind the strings the opposite direction, and I'm telling you, it was a bear to try and tune this guitar, which is why I never played it that much. Which is kind of a shame, because this guitar is actually quite nice. All things considered, it's nice. It's actually a really nice note. It's a little out of tune, but, you know, not too bad. While I'm thinking about it, I have a note for if the previous owner of this guitar sees this video. I love stickers on guitars. I have a guitar that is covered in stickers. I have a number of guitars that have stickers on them. I have an acoustic that is covered in stickers. But I prefer to cover them in stickers that I like. And so I will be paying this guitar, paying the previous owner an homage, we'll call it. And I will be putting a sticker of my own taste on the guitar, which you'll probably see in the final shots of the guitar. Either that or you'll see me put it on the guitar. I don't know yet. I need to get this thing tuned up and see how the bridge is sitting. While I'm tuning, I'm looking to see if this is moving at all. And if it doesn't, then that's a lot less setup I have to do. But before, it had some like 11s on it instead of 9s. And I'm telling you, the bridge was sitting up like this. I've got video. You've seen it already. It looked horrendous. And so far, this is actually looking really good. This does not look horrible at all. I think this is completely tunable. Dial-inable without having to adjust the springs on the back. I think it just had too thick of strings on it. I'm also going to check our intonation. It seems perfectly evenly high. Perfectly evenly high across the board. And before I go too much further, I'm going to do a truss rod adjustment. Excuse me? Is that dirt? I think there's dirt in there. Hold on. If you look right down in there, there's a little bit of dirt in it that's causing me not to be able to get a wrench in there. So, to get that with a pick. In one of my videos, I had these guys arguing in my comments. It was kind of funny, actually. I cannot lie. I found it humorous. They were arguing about perfect intonation, and I'm like, you wouldn't know perfect intonation if it bit you in the butt. Please argue in my comments again. That video did so good. I'm telling you, I need more arguments in my comments. It's ridiculous how good that video did, just because there was guys just talking every 2 seconds. There'd be one, well, if you get this type of tuner, then you can get perfect intonation. If you get this, if you do this, you can't ever let the thing sit here. Blah, blah, blah. Perfect intonation. And I'm like, are you serious right now? You're talking like you're going to be able to perfectly intonate. I finally found the right size. Okay. After 10 months of searching, I finally found the right size. Give this a couple of turns. And we actually have a little bit of string buzz. But if you can see it, look how low that action is. Extremely low. So we would be expecting to see some string buzz, actually. So we also need to do our intonation while doing all of this, but I'm going to set string height and then we will do intonation because it moves everything. I'm telling you, if it hasn't made it into the video, I've gone back and forth to look for wrenches like 6 times. 6 times? More like 120, because gee, if I can't find the right ones. Alright. So, in another video that I made, my most popular one actually, the one that I was talking about the guys arguing over intonation, surprisingly, they didn't catch the one thing I did say wrong. I said that you want these as flat as you can get them, which is wrong. You want them to match your neck profile. So if you have a flat neck profile, you want them to be flat. If you have a curved neck profile, you want them to be curved. And you want them to be the same height across the board, or across the... You want them to actually follow the neck profile, is what I'm trying to say. Because if they don't, then you have a really weird situation where you have some strings that are higher off the fretboard than others. Which I'm really surprised they didn't catch that, because they were arguing a whole lot about intonation. Alright. We've got the string height set, now I can set the intonation on it. Actually, I'm going to set the string height on the rest of the strings as well, and then we will do intonation. But I'm going to cut all of that because time savings, and I don't figure you guys care too much about all of this. One thing I forgot, I want to raise our pickup height, so I'm going to do that as well. Easy as tightening these screws right here until they are as high as I want them to be. In this case, I'm going for probably a 1/4 inch below the string, and then I want them to all be level. And when I do my sound test, before you guys get to hear it, I'm probably going to level the pickups by volume, because one pickup could put a little bit more volume out and another pickup could put less volume out, so they have to be at different heights so that they sound the same. So when I do get this all plugged in for that, I will probably do a quick round of leveling. Also, I forgot the back needs to go back on, so we're going to do that. I apologize for the rushed feel of this video, because it is. As I said at the very beginning, I had high energy, and now I'm starting to get tired, and I'm not looking forward to editing this. But you guys get a video, an explanation, and I get to take a little bit of time off after this because this week is Thanksgiving, and I need the time to contemplate my next video, my next moves, my next everything. But I did say I wanted to put a sticker on it, so I'm going to go grab a sticker and then decide which one and where to put it. I've got this nitrous oxide sticker I could stick on it. I think that'd be freaking sick, except it would cover up a lot of the blue, the beautiful blue that this guitar has. I was thinking of a sticker right there. I don't know if I want the MXR sticker on there, though. Maybe a slick little Razor logo kind of thing, maybe? I don't know yet. We've got Hello, My Name is Horse. It's a local band. Went to one of their shows. Either I went to one of their shows or I played with them at one of their shows in one of the bands I was in. I don't really remember. I think I might put a Sailor Moon sticker on there. Honestly, I think that'd be really cute. I wonder if I could make it fit between the pickups there. Yeah. Snip a little off the end here. See if I can make it kind of fit in there. Top of her little buns off here. Oh, we're so close. Oh, a little bit more. See, this is the level of personalization I prefer. Oof, I went a little much on that bun. See, one little Sailor Moon sticker there in the middle looks kind of cool to me. I've got one guitar that has a kissing booth sticker that I found, and it covers the pickup. The pickup is covered by a sticker, and it doesn't actually affect the tone in the way you think it would, but it does look stinking cool. Center it, center it. It's good enough. All right. I hope that pays enough homage to the originality of the guitar. I think it's pretty cool. She looks like she's behind some jail bars. All right. All done. See you in the sound test. Please ignore the Pillsbury Doughboy pants. It's funny, it's not the first time they've been on YouTube. They're just on an unlisted video. But I'm tired and I want this video done. I'm not putting on real pants. Also, my hair looks crazy because I showered and put my hairband on and it's staying on because my hair gets in my face. Ignore all of that. We're here for a playing test. Come on. You're supposed to be here for the guitar. Start looking at the guitar, not me. Also, I've come up with a name for her. Her name is Ramona. As in, like, from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Ramona. You know, I thought it was an appropriate name. Anyways, here's your playing test. I'm gonna run through the different pickups and just give you a nice, how's it sound? That is neck, second position. Honestly, it's pretty glassy. As always, I'll be playing a song that I wrote. Blah, blah, blah. Outro music, blah, 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 blah. I wrote it in high school, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment, tell me what I did wrong. And I'll see you in the next one.